Okay, so what I am going to talk about in this video is training. And one thing that has frustrated me over the years, I started riding in the mid 90s, is training. I did not know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, what was too much, if it was enough, if it was too much. I was lost all the time. And then I would try to get people to help me train from different sports, and they would train. Like, I had a boxer help me train, I had a guy that was into MMA help me train, I had a guy that was a football player help me train, and they all added little things to my training, but a lot of it was sport specific to what they knew. They knew how to train. So training for football is a lot different. If you look at the way, and the guy that trained me was a linebacker, look at the way a linebacker is built. It's not built like a motocross racer. So, people are going to train how they know how to train. So dirt bikes are very specific when it comes to motocross. You need to train in relation to what is good in motocross. Okay, and I've done a couple videos on training and zone 2 and how to defeat arm pump and all that kind of stuff. And like when I had the boxer training me, he was great, but I was only training for, 5-minute, 3-minute rounds. And it's just a different kind of training. Look at every type of sport and how people are built. Motocrossers are built different than any other kind of sport. You want to look more like maybe a soccer player than you do a linebacker or an MMA fighter, right? Or a cyclist, right? So that's why cycling is so closely related to motocross. So over the years, I have a lot of friends, good friends that are into training. My buddy Ben Moberg from Pure Endurance Training, he's got a master's in exercise physiology, and we've gone back and forth on training, what's right, what's wrong, what you can use to make yourself better. So what I did was, my father-in-law was getting really into ChatGPT. And I was like, all right. So I started asking it questions, and I said, why don't I just see if it can lay out a training program for me? So I went in there, and make sure, if you're going to do this, that you go in there and you explain to it who you are, what your goals are. Do you have arm pump? Do you get arm pump? Because it might you have to tell it exactly who you are. And don't lie to it. Say, I am a vet novice. I am, a mid-pack vet novice. I'm 30 pounds overweight. You can give it your body measurements, your neck measurements, or your waist measurements, neck measurements. Give it all your measurements. Say, it'll tell you need to lose X amount of pounds. It can create you a diet. Here's the diet to lose X amount of pounds, and it'll create you a training program for racing while trying to lose weight. I mean, it's crazy, this AI stuff. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of crap for this, because people are going to do this instead of going and paying somebody to make them a training plan. But for me, like, I don't want a periodization plan where I'm going to peak at a certain point. I never know what races I'm doing. I could go 3 months without racing, and then I could hit 4 races in a row. But if you ask me what my plans are for next weekend, I don't know. I just show up at races. So this is why I like this. When you do the AI or the ChatGPT for training, the other day I said, okay, I did 3 25-minute motos the last 2 days. What should my workout be like today? It gave me a full workout to do at the gym. It was a mobility and recovery workout. It was light cardio, a lot of stretching, a little bit of body movement exercise, some body weight stuff, and it was perfect. So then today I said, all right, because it keeps a track. If you log in, it keeps track of what you're asking it. So it knew that I did 2 days of riding. I had a recovery day. And then so today it was some high intensity interval training and a little bit of strength training. But I told it that, previously, before, I don't want to get arm pump. I don't want to do anything that's going to cause me to get arm pump. So it was a lot of compound movement, strength training, some cardio. And then what I've also noticed too is it'll give you zone 2 cardio. So it'll break it down, and you can have it give you a whole week plan. And then based off that week plan, if something changes, like you got to go riding here or riding there, or it was a workout day and you ended up riding, or you missed a day, you can tell it, okay, based on my previous training plan, this is what has happened the last 3 days. How should I work out today?
All right, so here is just a little rundown on how you do it. You go to ChatGPT, and I'm typing in, what should my workout be tomorrow? And okay, yeah, I know I should have put a question mark, but it doesn't really matter. The ChatGPT isn't grading me on my grammar. So I just put out, what should my workout be tomorrow? Because it has a history of me, riding a couple days. I did a recovery mobility workout yesterday. So I'm telling ChatGPT, I'm not riding tomorrow. Now, ChatGPT already knows I'm a 40-year-old ex-professional motocrosser, still race occasionally. And so it's gonna see what I should do. So it says, since I'm not riding tomorrow, but I have motos the following day, tomorrow should be focused on staying active while keeping fatigue low. All right, that all sounds good to me. Little warm up, okay, and kind of scrolling through it a little too fast, but I'll go back. So you can kind of see it lays everything out. And the cool thing about it is you end up doing workouts. And I mean, we all have a cell phone available to us and we can look up stuff. But like the last couple days, I didn't know what a lot of this stuff was. I didn't know what a dead bug was. So I had to look that up, and it was a great workout. Stretched out my shoulders, worked my core, thoracic spine openers. I don't know what that is. You know, I know what like hip flexor stretch, lat stretch, you know, the breathing recovery. So yeah, it's just saying goal tomorrow because it knows I did high intensity interval training today and I did some strength training. So it knows where I'm at on my program. And if I wanted to, I could just put in, hey, I'm going to motoing tomorrow, and then ask it what the workout should be the next day.
From what I'm seeing, it's pretty darn accurate, and it's a pretty good plan that it lays out for you, and it's free. Okay, so if you need to drop weight, you don't know how to train, you don't know what you're doing, or you feel like you're training the wrong way, throw it into ChatGPT and just ask it like, hey, this is me, this is what I want to do. What can I do to improve my endurance? What can I do to improve my strength? What can I do to improve arm pump? Can you make me a workout plan? Can you make me a diet plan? I mean, this is a pretty crazy tool that I wish I had when I was younger. And right now it's free. So go on there and it'll lay out a training plan for you. It'll do your zone 2 cardio. When I started reviewing what it was giving me, it was compound exercises, a lot of zone 2 cardio, a little bit of HIIT, and then it bases it based off of how much you're riding. So if you're riding 1 day that week, it might give you a little bit harder workouts for that week. But if you're riding 3 days, it's going to tell you recover, stretch, mobility work. Put your info into ChatGPT and just see what kind of workout it is going to give you. Yeah, like again, this is a weird video that I'm making, but you know, and there's a lot of people that train people and write up programs. But the thing is like you meet with a trainer, you're only going to meet with them once a month, right? To give you a training plan. Well, things change. For me, I might be riding tomorrow. I might not be riding tomorrow. I might be training kids tomorrow. I might be training adults. I might be driving 4 hours somewhere else. So my program is always changing. So sometimes I'm lost and I don't know what the best workout is to do given what I've done. So you can put it into this AI and say, this is what I have done for the last 3 days. What should I do today? And it is pretty spot on with the training advice that it gives you. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. If you think I'm crazy, go ahead and put that I'm crazy. But yeah, from what I'm seeing so far, it's giving you some pretty good training advice just from a little search bar on the computer. Yeah, so give it a try. It's pretty cool.